Just an hour ago, DeviantArt announced that they are introducing an AI-generated program called DreamUp on their website. We have a tweet here with 2,700 likes responding to DeviantArt from RJ Palmer, saying, DeviantArt has decided your artwork there is fair game to be used in their new AI generator by default. You have to go to an obscure form to opt out and requires 10 days to be reviewed. Let me explain this one a little bit more. So obviously people have an issue with the AI generated stuff to begin with. The other issue here, though, is that the AI tool will use art on DeviantArt to help it assist it in auto-generating images depending on what cues people give the tool. So by default, artists whose art is on DeviantArt, they're rolled into this program, so to speak, where the AI will use their art for the generations that people want to use it for. So that's another issue people have with it. They're saying that the artist should by default be opted out, not opted in by default. Furthermore, as RJ said, if you do want to opt out of it, you got to go to some obscure forum apparently, and a 10-day review process, which is pretty ridiculous in my opinion. You know, of course, it's going to take them some time to get to the forums. I get it, but if they want to roll out a system like this, they should have a more effective way of like getting people opted out. Here's an idea: opt out by default, not opt in by default. Then you guys would have way less things to review. But hey, they don't want to do that. I wonder why. By the way, if you find segments like this to be informative, please consider liking and subscribing for more every day. I'd like to show you this next, because if this is really how it works, this is absolutely insane. I mean, it's already a crazy situation, so maybe insane is a bit redundant. Let's say more insane. So check this out. Sarlim says, I have 750 deviations. You're telling me I have to what for all of them for this? So you can see the conversation here. Basically, TLDR, apparently you can't even opt out your entire account. You got to go to each individual deviation, which is like the artwork you got on the platform, I believe. And you got to opt out for each individual one. So someone like that artist who has 750 plus pieces of art on the platform, they got to go and apparently do this to each one. You got to go to the deviation, click edit, scroll down, tick the box, and then save the changes and do that 750 times. Then, by the way, how's it going to work on the DeviantArt end? Are they going to have some employee review all 750? And then how many employees are going to review art on like everyone that's opting out? This is like such a ridiculous thing they're rolling out if this is really how it works. And I'm not saying that to question the people on Twitter reporting on what they're seeing. I'm more so questioning DeviantArt. I'm like, really? Is this really what y'all are rolling out? It's gonna go down like this? Okay. This is particularly bad timing for artists given how many are worried about what's going on Twitter. Now, you know, we could talk about how bad Twitter is, but that's not the point right now. The point is a lot of artists do use Twitter, and they're worried about what's happening on Twitter. So that and now this. Yeah, many artists are saying it's a very bad time to be an artist. Now, if you actually manage to opt out and get through all the forums and all that, there might actually be a positive spin here, because apparently DeviantArt is trying to give artists the ability to opt out of having their art used in AI databases all across the internet. So perhaps there's some good here. Make of all that what you will. Although overall, I personally am still very skeptical of all this AI art stuff, and I am more on the side of the artist on this one than DeviantArt. I'm just trying to be as fair as I can be. And there's a bit more to it all that I'm not covering here. So by all means, if you want to look into this in more detail, you know where to find it, deviantart.com. Anyways, thank you for tuning in. Let me know what you think in the comments, and I'll see you there.